What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, it is getting dark out, and I'm trying to get 2 wheel flips done for the price of 1, because I'm trying to get them done while it's dark out, because holy crap, it's just been so unbelievably hot recently. So I still have the same serif I was flipping a minute ago, but for you guys, it's been a couple days. You're welcome, or I'm sorry. Everything you know is a lie. Anyways, I have a package. Very interesting package today. Look at this. It's from KnivesMatter. KnivesMatter is an interesting company. They've sent me stuff before. KnivesMatter is a dude who is on Amazon. Let me see if I can find his Amazon shop for y'all real quick. Let me boot up my phone here and get rid of anything embarrassing. KnivesMatter butterfly trainer. Whoa. Look at that. There, yeah. Okay, so I think that's what this one is. It's $49.95. It's what is this called? The Tech-Noir. I've heard interesting things about this. I don't know how I'm gonna like it, but you know, I've at least heard interesting things about it. And then he also has CS:GO knives, which are, at a bare minimum, they are the best CS:GO knives because they actually like run on bearings and everything. But I also have one of these. The AOL standard for like something of light, like Saber of Light or something, and he made these. They look like lightsabers, kind of. They're very fun. They're not super good, you know, they're about CCC quality, but like still, you know, pretty cool. Definitely interesting at a bare minimum. But something else he does is these CSGO Karambit type deals. He sent me this Karambit back in the day, and it's nice. It's just a little light. Like I can't really do a whole lot with it, but it's still a lot of fun to like mess around with. And so now there's a new version of that, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox the Balisong first. There's a whole letter on here, so yeah, let's do the Balisong first, and then we'll get to the those guys first. I'm also gonna do the thing I talked about in the previous video, not the previous one, but the one before that, where I unboxed the stuff from Grant. I think I'm gonna save my like thoughts of how good the thing is. Like I'll tell you my initial reactions to unboxing it, but then I'm gonna like save my thoughts for an actual review type thing. So he says, "Hey Will, I'm pretty excited to get your thoughts on the Tech-Noir Bally. You'll notice that it's a bit unconventional with the pivots tucked under the G10 inlays. That is something that I was concerned about. It's all by design, pun intended. The idea was to craft a knife that's both affordable and requires the least maintenance. In fact, and in theory, just a bit of lubing should be sufficient. I've had one of the oldest ones in use for about 7 months now." Okay, that's impressive. "And so far, a simple lube you suggested works best and ensures the knife best performance." Oh, I wonder if he means super lube. "I've added the blackout variant to this package. It's a fan favorite and hasn't made its YouTube debut yet." Oh, very exciting. I get to be the first. "As for feedback, I'm all ears. Once I've sold out this batch, capped at 600 pieces, I'll be diving into version 2. A few things on my radar already. Switching to 7075 aluminum. Price remains the same. Nice. Refining the handles for better grip. Great. And reducing the blade weight. Now, about those Karambits in the package. Ooh. They're a bit of fun. As you might recall, my primary audience used to be CSGO fans. That's true. And I still hold a few design licenses for custom CSGO butterflies. These Karambits are from the same world. However, with the upgraded rubber material, they are now purchased for martial arts practice and even airsoft. Thought you might find them interesting or even useful as well. Looking forward to your insights, Mark." Awesome. Thank you, Mark. So yeah, I'm excited to get these guys out. I guess they're a different rubber material. This is the old one. So we'll see how that feels, because I do like a Karambit. Karambits are fun, but let's crack into this first. So this is the Tech-Noir. I will say this packaging is both like really extra and also kind of fun. So like I love that. It's way too much and at the same time exactly what it should be. Pretty cheap box, pretty normal. It's got like the regular cutout foam in there. It's got your, it's got your standard little baggie, and then your pickle sack. So that's pretty classic Chinese Balisong unboxing. Okay, so this is the Tech-Noir Balisong. Yeah, first thing I immediately notice is just those pivots are completely inaccessible, which is disappointing for sure. Like, I would like to see adjustability, but at the same time, I do appreciate the idea that he has for like making it really no nonsense. I'm a believer that some of that nonsense is like important when getting into Balisongs, but maybe this could be a very good like really first beginner option. Okay. It flips interestingly. It's not bad, but it's not great either. It's interesting. This is gonna, as I said, I'm gonna like try to give you my thoughts, but like not do a review right now because like I'm definitely not gonna be able to do that. I just ended up in a blade grab accidentally. It is definitely blade heavy, I would say. The balance point is not that bad. Like, as you can see, that's actually a pretty normal feeling balance point. It's a little close to the pivots, but it's like pretty normal feeling. However, the way that the blade, like the weight distribution is definitely obviously off. If I had to guess, there's probably 2 reasons for that. The first one I would assume is just this blade is real chunky. It's not like super thick or anything, but you can see there's not a lot of material that's been removed from the blade. So it's like, it's a lot of metal that is this thick. So I can imagine the blade is pretty heavy when compared to the rest of the Balisong. The other half of that, though, has to do with the design of the handles. So there's 2 things that I'm immediately noticing. One of them is that there's actually a fair bit of aluminum at the bottom here. You can see that where that ends, like this little, where that cutout is, that is the minimum distance that cutout needs to be in order to fit this blade. And I have a feeling that's probably on purpose because these handles are probably very light. And so you need as much of this like end spacer weight that you can possibly achieve, which is probably why it's so high up. And if I had to guess, the reason for that is because the G10 takes away a fair bit of the aluminum that would be there and that would be creating that weight. And you have to imagine it's doing that on both sides. Now, I don't know how thick this G10 is, but I have a feeling it's thicker than being just like a really thin, you know, veneer. And if it is as thick as I'm imagining, that's a fair bit of weight that you're taking off the entire top of the handle. And then same thing on the bottom. So you're removing a ton of weight from the entire handle itself, which is probably why it's feeling weird while I flip it. Like, it's not bad. It's certainly a usable flipper. Like, someone could grab this and, like, do it. But it's not going to listen to you the way that a better designed Balisong would. So immediately, I think my first feedback is going to be, yeah, reducing the weight of that blade will be a great thing, but also maybe figuring out a better way to get more weight into the handles, or even to distribute the weight in the handles better. I don't know. It might flip really well with a lighter blade, and I just like can't feel that yet. It's hard to tell. The inlaid G10 is nice. It does look really cool, and it does provide an okay amount of grip. However, I can immediately tell that this thing isn't going to ladder super well. And that's partially due to the weight distribution, and that's also partially due to the fact that the jimping on it is very shallow. That's very shallow jimping. It's not really doing a lot. You can kind of see that. And I'm finding immediately that it's just not really giving me the grip that I need to, like, actively ladder good. It's not giving me the grip I need to ladder good. So, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great either. I would not consider this a super high-tier flipper, but for $50, it's pretty good. The no-nonsense thing, okay, so let me add a little bit, because I'm also just flipping this straight out of the box, so let me add a little bit of lube to it and just see how she goes, with a little bit of a more slippery action. All right, so we got a little super lube on there. But yeah, it does feel good out of the box. The tune is like really good out of the box. I'm assuming this is on bushings. If it's only on washers, I'd be surprised. I don't think he said that it was on bushings. I think the Amazon listing maybe said that it was. Yeah, it doesn't say on here, but I think it maybe said on Amazon that it was on bushings, but if it's not on bushings, that would not be good. Let me check. I'm gonna go to Amazon again. KnivesMatter butterfly knife practice features bushings 6061 and G10 inlays. Okay, so it has bushings in there. You just can't access them at all. But it does have bushings. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's good. I don't know if I would say that it's super duper fantastic. It does feel better with the super lube. I do like how it flips slightly more now that I've lubed it. It's interesting. I think I'll probably make a follow-up video on this if you guys would be interested in hearing my like long-term thoughts. I don't know if we're going to end up doing an actual review. I would say probably not in this current state. I don't know if it's really warranted a full review yet, but I have a feeling that this could end up being something really cool. So, yeah, all right. Now, before the sun goes away completely and the mosquitoes eat me alive, I'm going to do the Karambits too. These packages are so over the top. You have to rip them open and everything. It's amazing. I love that. So we got 2 Karambits in here. One of them, I guess, is Brandon's because of this. It does feel maybe slightly heavier than it did. It's still pretty light. The design is obviously like better quality. You can see it's just a slightly different thing that they're using now, but it's still pretty similar. You have the similar number of like problems in different areas. It has the KnivesMatter logo actually in the design now, which is nice. I don't know. Oh no, it is definitely slightly heavier. Yeah, that is slightly heavier duty for sure. Here's the old one. You can bend it really easily. Here's the new one. Yeah, it is. You can see. Oh yeah, look at how the handles don't flex when I do that. Whereas this one, it flexes all the way through the handles like that. Yeah, that's actually a substantially better rubber. You can see it's only really flexing on the blade. Interesting. Okay, so the rubber is higher quality and denser, it would seem. Oh god. Which is nice. Like it lets you. I'm not a Karambit flipper by any means, but it does let you have a little more control compared to this model, which was like it was fun. I've played with it a few times, but it's nothing more than just kind of a fidget toy. I don't know if this is much more than a fidget toy, but like I definitely could see this being used for martial arts practice more than this one. Or like this one kind of feels more like something that you'd actually like use to practice with. So, cool. I don't know how much these cost on Amazon. I'm assuming they're relatively cheap. I don't know for sure. Sometimes things cost more than you would think they could, but hey. Yeah, cool. So, anyways, that has been KnivesMatter unboxing. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in this concept. I think the idea of a like trainer that you don't have to mess with at all is a nice idea, but at the same time, I don't know how much of a problem you're actually solving. Like, I don't know, is a trainer that's well made that has screws that much of a barrier to entry for people in the hobby? I don't know that it is. I would definitely say making the blade a little bit less heavy is good. Adding a 70-75 for the handles is good. 70-75 is also ever so slightly denser than 60-61, so that'll make the handles feel a little bit heavier, which is good. And I think increasing that jimping would probably be a good idea to add more grip. But it definitely has promise, but I'm just a little wary on the idea of a Balisong that you actually can't adjust. Like, if it was a Balisong that was just like the adjustment feature is hidden, and it's, you know, you can adjust it if you want to, but you really don't need to, that's very different than a Balisong that you literally cannot adjust. you know, when we released the Vulp, I was very intentional about both making it easy and good to adjust. So like trying to make sure that we have high quality hardware and including like the pivot needle type thing that we include in the box to help with assembly. Having that assembly tool is really nice, and so I encouraged people to experiment and take apart their stuff, and also I provided tutorial content for how to do that exactly. So you both get the thing in the box that tells you how to do it, you know, step by step, with the written guide, but there's also a link to vulp.willhirsch.gay, which is a whole part of our website that has a registry of information about the Vulp and links to all the different tutorials for both how to do tricks and how to work on your Vulp. So yeah, I don't know. I don't dislike it for sure. It is definitely better than I thought it would be. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect it to be super duper good. The play on this thing, the fact that it has no tap and the play is like really tight is pretty impressive. Like they're getting very good machining going on. But at the same time, this G10 insert thing, I'm just not that impressed with. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed this little first look at the KnivesMatter Tech-Noir. You know, I hope you enjoyed my unboxing. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this thing. If you do like this thing, tell me what you like about it. If you don't like this thing, I'm really interested to hear opinions about what you guys think about it, because I have a feeling this feels like a very divisive Balisong. So if you have opinions about this thing, please let me know. I would love to see that. At least currently, I do read all of the comments on the Will Hirsch Flips channel. I usually try to heart all of them too if I can, but yeah, I do. The Will Hirsch Flips channel is small enough that I can actively read all of those things, whereas the main channel is, how do you say, not small enough for that. We get so many comments, oh my god. But yeah, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.